Roberto Firmino put the Reds up 1-0 just before halftime. Then Nathaniel Phillips made it 2-0 on 52 minutes. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain subbed in for Firmino, tallied in the 88th minute, and Liverpool cruised to a 3-0 victory. That's 4 straight wins for Jurgen Klopp's boys, who are unbeaten in their last 9 Premier League matches, 7 wins and 2 draws. If Liverpool beat Crystal Palace at Anfield Sunday, they will finish top 4. We welcome in former Chelsea midfielder Craig Burley. Your Blues in control of their own destiny, and now the Reds are as well. It's been a favorable finishing schedule for sure, Craig, for Liverpool, but they are now 1 win away from running the table over the final 5 games. Before we get into what this all means for the top 4, how have Liverpool done this?
Well, as you mentioned, the fixture list to finish the season was somewhat favourable in terms of the teams they had to play. The biggest hurdle was Manchester United at Old Trafford, in which they managed to sort of dismantle them at 4-2. And then the other teams have been teams in the bottom half of the league. Now, there was an amazing, for those that saw it, an amazing goal by the goalkeeper Alisson at West Brom from the corner kick to keep this run going. I mean, how often do you see that? And then this win against Burnley, a hard-fought win. And now they leave themselves a game against Crystal Palace, who really have nothing to play for and have lost mark 5 out of the last 7. Their manager, Roy Hodgson, is leaving at the end of the season. It's at Anfield. Surely Liverpool are going to get the 3 points that will probably see them in the Champions League next year. And I'll have to say, a month ago, that looked unlikely.
That was amazing what's transpired here. The battle's now going to go down to the final match day Sunday for top 4. 3 teams alive for the 2 spots. Reds get Crystal Palace, as you mentioned, at home. And if they get the 3 points, they've got a 4-goal differential better on Leicester. So do Liverpool, you think they get it done on Sunday for sure?
Yeah, I think Liverpool get it done at Anfield. There will be some fans in there, so there will be some atmosphere. Liverpool have missed that along with others. But, you know, I think obviously Leicester have Tottenham, who have lost again against I think it was Aston Villa. They have an interim manager. They have the talk about Harry Kane leaving. I think Chelsea now are in a vulnerable situation. You know, they've been sucked back into this. They have to go away to Aston Villa, who are a big threat, particularly at home with the young Ollie Watkins up front. So Thomas Tuchel, even though he has a Champions League final coming up, I believe it's a week later, I think is going to have to field his strongest team because they're now vulnerable as well. But I do see Liverpool getting the job done. I think if they were to drop points to Crystal Palace at home with what's at stake, it would be a big shock.
So it sounds as if you're not 100% comfortable with Chelsea going forward here. It would be pretty amazing with the kind of run they've had under Tuchel that they could come up empty-handed here. What does your gut tell you?
My gut tells me they'll get the victory or they'll get the points that they need, but it's not anywhere near as simplistic as it was looking 3 weeks ago, and you know that puts the pressure on. So all these thoughts about the Champions League final, he's going to forget about them. The players have to forget about that. They have to focus on this game. Otherwise, as you say, they could be left empty-handed, and that's not a position they wanted to be in. But I do believe they are, and I think he'll be telling his players this, in a position where they need to win and make sure they take care of business.